Let me share. Okay, you are already on the agenda.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm updating it.
I expected a lot of people today, but somehow.
Yeah, because of the stem cell, right? The kernel,
Yeah,
like everybody would be interested, but they
yeah.
don't care. They don't know about this meeting.
So, um, hello, welcome to the Foundational Infrastructure Working Group meeting on 7th of March. So the agenda for today is to go over the open PRs issues, and then we have also the special agenda point to talk about the stem cell issue with C groups and crashing containers. So let's go over the PRs. We have the one regarding the specific kernels usage in Bosch Linux Stem Cell Builder. I saw that there was an update.
3 days ago. Yeah, I need to re-review.
So, so I will request them, re-request the reviews here.
I just did that for
Yeah,
myself.
so that means this is not anymore waiting for changes. Let's change this.
Uh, Sorry, no news on that.
So you'd
No,
say,
I
so
need to. What do I need to do there? Yeah, there are some things to do. Oh yeah, and bring the standard way of dumping Golang dependencies. Bring it back in there. I've started and was stuck
oh,
in the middle.
oh, fine. So still waiting for changes.
Mm.
Okay, then relax host only net create.
Same. I need to test that and document how to test that, even if it's manual testing. And yeah.
Okay, it's still waiting for change. This is
Mm.
waiting for changes. Let's move this one at USG to gem FIPS. So we wait here for more input. Why this is required? So yeah, pending discussion. So maybe we can.
You can bump it, but I think I saw a message somewhere from Ryan. This is Ryan,
So
right?
he mentioned that he not
He was
Ryan. It was it Ryan? I saw also some message 12th of March. So no, it was another PR.
no, it was a Slack message that where he said that he was out for a few days. That's Ryan Hill direct message.
Ah, yes, yes. In this one about the kernel, here he mentioned, yeah, that he was also. Yeah, he. Okay. Yeah, let's keep it with the. Um, then this one. So the comment here by Ramon is something like request for change, is my understanding, which did not happen yet. Um, or
Yeah, let's wait for Ramon. Like next week we can discuss it.
Yeah. My understanding is that this is in request for change state, but yeah. And fix makefile build target. So yeah, here's a request for change from Brian. And yeah, I think we can just move this here. Okay, we have something in our inbox. This is address callings here in lint issues. So it's a big change. Aaron already requested review from Ramon. Maybe we can put, let's see.
There's a lot of no lints, just skipping stuff.
Yeah. And so we have one to update Wow Linux agent.
Didn't we add auto bumping for this? Apparently not.
Not for this, I don't think. I don't even know when the last time we updated this was.
When was the last time?
We also might have run into a problem where updating this broke everything. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think it is self-updating, isn't it?
Does it do that on startup?
Let me check the.
It was like a year ago, the last commit on this file.
Mm.
Oh, no. Sorry, not so easy. I thought I can just.
Blockmaster.
It was
Blockmaster.
manual.
Main.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. Anyway, was it a manual change, Ruben?
Yeah, it was a manual change, no auto bumping.
Okay, then I'll need to check this. Yeah, I moved it also to pending changes. Okay, then we can go to issues. We have some novel issues. I don't know how to deal.
Oh yeah, so I'm asking people to create noble issues and so that we can put them on the wish list. So we should probably put them in discussion or something.
Yeah.
Or we probably should like maybe
A dedicated.
once the RFC is like approved, we probably want to have like maybe a one session with many people where we can discuss like which things for noble we want to pick up.
Yeah.
Do some sort of prioritization meeting.
Yes. Yes, I think it makes sense. Yeah.
This is
And
like
so,
just go ahead.
Sorry for the previous question. It was February 2022. So 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry. What is that? Nobody uses control group C group speed 2. Yeah.
Yeah, we already had that with Jemmy, right? But for Jemmy, we forgot to change it, or it was before GA. Now we need to switch to V2
Mm.
and not forget about it. That's why we have this issue. And I think we already have another issue for this, but it's fine. Like, just put it a discussion label on, and we do pruning for this wish list at a later point in time.
What's the story again with V1, V2,
No,
and
not discuss. The inbox, the status. If you put a status on discussion.
Yeah.
The difference between V1 and V2, I don't know. It's just different. Like, this is like these where is it? It's under def or something, right? It's these special files that are being used to interact with these C
yeah,
groups.
it's a different
just
way
a
of
different-
organizing the hierarchy of the files. I mean the way it is exposed as files.
Yeah, it's just
on the system.
Yeah, it's just a different interface. And so the programs consuming or the systems interacting with that, for example, BPM, runc, and Garden, need to be aware and be compatible. And so there's a runc version that supports it, and Garden is using that, but Garden, some testing has revealed that Garden doesn't start. So apparently there's even more work that needs to be done.
Garden doesn't like V1 to disappear and is not ready to work only with V2.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's fine, right? This is for a new stem cell, right? For Noble. So then it's okay for teams to have to do a bit of work to be compatible with a new stem cell. That's why we want to put all these breaking changes in a new stem cell.
All right.
Yeah.
Good thing.
So they said that they will look into this next week, how much effort would be to
Yeah, the Garden team. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because of the out of memory issue, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which probably isn't. I mean, they need to do this at some point, but like, we're almost certainly not changing C groups on Jammy, so it's probably not a practical solution to the memory issue.
Yeah. But let's consider removing any packages from Noble. Okay, this is also.
And some context on this one, we realized there was a CVE with traceroute the other day, and for Jammy, the patch is ESM only. So you didn't backport it because the traceroute doesn't live in the main repository, it lives in the universe, and they don't guarantee patches for things in the universe, even though Jammy's LTS. So basically all of these things are in the universe package repository, and therefore may or may not receive CVE updates. So some of them are mitigated by the fact that, like, I think the Clang stuff gets removed if you remove the dev tools at runtime. They're only on compilation VMs if you had that flag enabled, and a lot of the stuff's not typically used in active runtime stuff, but the world's
Grub.
Yeah.
Do we need to change Grub? Is there a different bootloader?
No idea. Or maybe this is a different tool for helping do different stuff with Grub. I don't know. Could be some core stuff, and these are add-ons. But yeah, the more of these things we can get rid of, the fewer people using stem cells will do CVE scans and be like, there's something here. And it's like, yes, there is. We cannot update it.
Yeah. I also
News Monet's not on the list.
Okay. The scanning tools doesn't know about Monet anymore. That version. So, I've been also discussing with we do also some internal hardening of the stem so that some things which make sense the people put here for discussion.
Yeah, maybe they want to wait in on this.
Yeah, that's why Max.
Oh, Max is already. Yeah, I see.
Max here. I did some stuff. Yeah, that makes sense to look into this more, to spend some time and.
Yeah, we could even like think about maybe adding an additional the ability to remove debug tools. Not so like we have developer tools that are being removed or the things that you need during compilation, but like things like traceroute are basically there just for debugging purposes. They are nice, but maybe they could just be gone on the normal operation, or we can just remove them and have people install them when they need them. Just doesn't work so well in air-gapped environments. I think that's like the main, like debugging things in air-gapped environments, then you're going to be happy if those things are around.
Yeah.
Or you're going to grow the tool-built push release. But
yeah,
it would be
and that's like
good that it receives some updates.
And that's, I think, a good model here is remove as much as possible at the beginning. And then people are like, oh, X doesn't work because Y is missing. And it's like, all right, now we evaluate whether put that back or how we put that back. But if we just leave it all there, then we can't remove it post-release, really. So we should just start with just the kernel.
Yes. Go from there. It's a module assistant. Oh, is that for mod probe and stuff? Like if you want to load kernel modules?
Okay. Updated that one. What do we have here?
Why are people doing things on FIPS? I think we brought this on ourselves.
Sorry, just. Is Bosch Interpolate generating FIPS compliant certificates? How is it?
We have FIPS validation in the director pipeline, right? So BATS works. It should be doing this.
Would think so.
Benjamin was looking into those in this certification. I think you've been fixing the CNAME stuff and looked into it.
Just investigating. I haven't submitted any patch, unfortunately. Even though we've discussed that and paved the path, that didn't actually do it, unfortunately. What is that?
They also say that they tried not using Bosch Interpolate and still had the same problem.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, here. Right. Idea.
Yeah, I have similar issues, but this is a plain Bosch director. But he's trying to connect on what?
Which version of the Bosch director are they using? Because this Googling looks like it's the gem.
Is it port 25555? The standard Bosch API port? I have similar problems when my traffic reverse proxy has issues in provisioning the Let's Encrypt certificate. Then has an issue in answering the SSL handshake at all. And I get some internal error message that is not very helpful. And in fact, it relates to the process of the conversation with Let's Encrypt that fails due to firewalling, actually.
So the things I can think of related to VIPs, right? So you need to be on Go 121 because of what was it? Extended master secret validation. That's a thing in VIPs. So the Bosch CLI probably needs to be compiled with that. So I don't know, like if they compiled the CLI themselves or whatever, right? Like,
what is the CLI version we require? What is the
I don't know. When did we bump to 121, or did we bump to 121 already?
I don't know if they cut a release. Probably auto-released, actually.
This should appear in the pipeline, in the concourse pipeline, or
I don't know. I built my own Go Bosch CLI from source, so I don't know what you all are doing.
bump action, bump, Go one. So update to Golang. So I think it's
Ooh.
still Golang. It was.
we don't have access to the pipeline of the Bosch CLI?
So in the release notes, it says 120 .6 at least.
Oh no, the CLI was moved over.
It's now on the CFF concourse.
Yeah.
The Go file itself, the Go mod file says Go 21.
Yeah, 121. And when? Since when? Let's check. 3 weeks ago was something here.
Have we got a release? It was only adding the .0 related to recent changes in the generate task that is used for that.
121. There was a 0 added to it. Okay.
When you click on the icon next, you can move at the previous version before that, the change on that line.
Which icon?
7 months ago, we bumped to 121.
Okay.
7 months? Oh, 21.
Yeah.
So
maybe we can suggest to take care.
So 7.4.1 was the first Bosch CLI version that included that.
Can you add that to the release notes? So that we don't look for it.
We probably did.
was it 7.21?
7.4.1.
And the current ones are built with 1.22.
Yeah. So I would be surprised if it's the CLI. I think we also made Bosch director changes, right? Some gem needed to be bumped.
Yeah, I think so. It was more recent, the director change.
Ja, ik kom er zo aan. Direct.
But I asked which version they use, using, and I can check.
Yeah, so this one, I've put it in the chat, was the one that did the OpenSSL gem bump.
They need at least that version.
Yeah.
Those bumps are related to new signature algorithm on the
Yes.
and stopping to accept it's stopping accepting SHA-1 signatures or
no. Mostly the Go one is related to this RFC.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the FIPS 3140.
FIPS 140. What is that? Oh
There's different versions of FIPS. This is what the FIPS version that the Jammy stem cell it does.
Okay.
And as part of that FIPS 140, there you need to use extended master secret. That's like an extension on TLS for some secure something, and that support for that was added in Go 121. And you need like a newer that's why we also needed to bump the OpenSSL gem on the director side.
And when you generate certificates with OpenSSL, do you need special?
I don't think there's anything special. Wait. I don't think so. I think that all should just work. This is more for when like establishing the connection, or negotiating the TLS connection between the client and the server. Then I think they need to understand that extended master secret thing.
Yeah. And this will be available in the CLI version that we referenced.
Yeah, we just get that by bumping Go.
Yeah, okay.
So anything newer than that will work. But I think this is like enough probably, right?
Yeah, I already added and put in the discussion. So okay, then we can go to the next one. I think nobody's we discussed. Any packages? We discussed this one also. What is this? This is quite old. 22nd of February. Next package. Yeah, okay, you also already have comments here. Here is one which is so this is also, I don't know why this is open for contribution, waiting for changes. Should we put it also on the discussion?
Sure. Yeah, I think this should be in the wish list.
Yeah, it's already in the wish list, yes.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay, I think then we have everything from the issues also, and we can jump back to the agenda.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the discussion, we're starting to reach consensus, I believe, on the rollback or switching to the generic kernel from the hardware enablement one. So there's just a bit of testing that I would like to do because there's concerns about IaaS support for IaaS instance types, right? So by downgrading the kernel, it could theoretically mean that we lose support for some sort of architecture, like some CPU features or stuff. So I think it's good if we, at least for each instance type family, spin up an instance for at least GCP, AWS, and Azure using that kernel. So we just try a simple BOSH deploy with all those instance types, can be the smallest ones per family. I think that would be enough validation, right? If we don't find anything there, I think we are good to go to move ahead.
And there's only like 2 to 3 different hardware types on each IaaS. It's, Intel Xeon and then like AMD EPYC or whatnot. So like it's probably only 2 to 3 deploys on each.
It can be one deployment with a few instances, but sure, yeah.
Do we want, because this would make that task a lot easier, to just PR the change and then not cut the stem cell, but then use the pre-release stem cells to do this validation rather than, having to build them all manually? Because
that makes sense. I think that makes sense because that will also, just be clear in the PR that that's what we're doing.
Still needs additional testing, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's especially important that Ramon knows.
Don't click the button yet.
Don't click the button.
I might pause the button clicking while that PR is going through.
Yeah, that's good.
And this is only until we get the fix, or how is?
I think it's like I would argue that we probably should want to stay like, yeah, I think it's good to stay on this version because it's more stable. Like I think hardware, like unless we have a special need for it, hardware enablement kernels are, I don't know, more like we're gonna run into issues like this in the future if we stay on it. I think like there's probably the generic kernel is more stable, right? So it's probably better for where we are at. Like in the past, there might have been like special features in the kernel that Garden wanted, right? So it made sense, but I feel that it's all a bit more stabilized.
I don't know how many people actually use. Canonical makes it seem like, oh, what do you do? What are you doing using the HWE kernel? But I spun up a generic jammy image on GCP, and it was like, yeah, it's 6.5. Of course it is. I don't know if that's because it's the IaaS specific kernel.
IaaS specific ones, yeah.
Which Canonical really wants us to use.
They want us to use those, but then there's like the FIPS ones. Like FIPS is 5.15. So that's more conservative.
Yeah. And it will likely delay CVEs to some degree. Maybe hours, maybe days. Like we don't know. But like clearly if the HWE is just like floating on latest, whereas the 5.15 they have to backport security patches.
It's not floating on late. Like I read that they are doing like a 6 month, like a rolling 6 months updates. Like every 6 months you're gonna bump to a newer kernel.
But I would assume that there's very little work for them to patch CVEs in the latest, right? It's mostly just pulling stuff in versus 5.15 they have to work to backport it. So like I don't know if that's a zero amount of time, but
isn't 5.15 also a kernel that's maintained by the kernel people? Like as in I thought it was an LTS.
I didn't even know such a thing existed, but maybe.
I think just you had the link. Let me check here. Oh. Was no discussion so active.
Yeah, but as you can see here, like there's way more support. Oh wait, no, that's not this.
Not this.
There was also one for kernel versions. Is that down? You scroll down. Yeah. Yeah, so the end of life on that one is way better than the August end of life on the 6.5.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Should we ask the Canonical people for feedback on this? Because one from Canonical is active on the issue. Should we? So
This person's only active on the issue because he's the one who started dealing with our support ticket that we opened.
yeah, I assume that, but yeah.
But
I think
in that
that's
same support ticket, they've twice, not this guy, but somebody else, twice asked us, "Why are you using HWE? Try not doing that." So
okay.
I don't know if that was just their first tier support being like, "Don't do that," and maybe the problem will go away.
Yeah. Try something different and let's restart your.
Have you tried to reboot your machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sounds good. I think also other people are fine with that in the Slack thread. Okay.
Yeah. If the testing is completed this week, I don't think we should release this stem cell on Friday. I would want to do that like this, like Monday earliest, right?
Mhm.
Because if something happens, right, I don't want to have to be, I don't know, dealing with that in the weekend.
Yeah.
It's not a great time.
If we get it merged and built, I'll put the pre-release links in the ticket so people can test it out if they want.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yes, I can also ask here people at SAP to do that.
I think all those buckets are public, so it should just be a matter of copying the URLs.
Yeah. And it will stay the version of the stem cell we won't change. It just will.
Yeah, because like Jammies in the 1.x series started out on this kernel, right? Because HWE was on, it started out on 5.15 when Jammy was released. So we stayed on that kernel for a while, and then like a bit more than a year ago, it started to like roll forward.
Yeah.
So this is basically just going back to where we were.
Yeah, but most probably in the release notes we should put a little bit.
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Then on the agenda, is any working group update or planned for the Cloud Foundry Day?
I've talked about that with Ruben. I wanted to raise the question here. Do you guys have heard of anyone submitting a talk for our working groups, updates on our working groups?
I don't know. Let me check. We have a file, I believe, with IDs at least for that were gonna be submitted from Broadcom.
Okay. If no one has done it, we can probably suggest something to the CFF.
But I thought the RFP already closed?
Yes.
Yes, but they might be interested. I remember being pinged for presenting our, I don't know, that was within the CFF window, I think. The CFP window. That was for presenting the result of our hackathon, the second hackathon we had one with Evola at the time. And but that was within the CFP window indeed.
My update here is that only in-person talks will be accepted. Do you plan to go to the Cloud Foundry?
I would like to, yes. Yeah.
Okay, then if you're there.
I think that maybe Brian Kenny and maybe somebody else submitted a talk on like what's going on with Bosch, which is a lot of our working group and probably covers stem cells and director and stuff. It's probably a proxy for the working group
Yeah.
talk.
It says here Noble and Phipps. But yeah, those are big things that in our working group, I believe. And Long probably gonna do something about GPU support for Bosch. But I don't know if any of these get accepted.
Okay. Because the talk that May has given something like 18 months ago, it was not really compelling. So we can do better.
Yeah, you can propose, and if people are interested,
But now that the CFP is closed, it's more about
more challenging. Yeah.
it's more about finding who has submitted anything and maybe join forces and work together and doing something great and compelling.
Yeah, I will be there at the CFP. Like, at least the current.
Yeah, when it is organized in North America, few European people come to the US. So you won't be traveling. That's what you said. Did I understand correctly?
I will be there. I will travel.
Oh, you will travel. Okay, great.
And this brings me to the next topic. We have to provide a working group update for the TUC next Tuesday. Joseph, are you available? Do you want to do this? Or
My Tuesday is free. I will put something on my calendar now, so I actually show up this time.
So
Maybe
yeah.
also like put I don't know an alarm or something.
Most probably I won't be available. On which frequency do we have to submit updates to the COC to the TOC?
It depends. So we have 9 working groups. Every week there is one working group. From time to time, we don't have updates. So it means every 3 months, maybe, let's say.
Okay. All right. Every quarter.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else?
And who is gathering the topics we are going to list during this working group update? You are taking the point, Joseph?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if there's something you want to mention, definitely send it to me because I'm likely to forget stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We at least need a call out about like all the great docs updates.
I would be so much.
There might also be mention of stem cell memory issues.
Yes.
This was
Sure.
a topic was the last 2 times, so people will ask if you don't mention.
Yeah, so releasing a fix on Monday would be great, right? If it all works fine.
Yes. I wanted to ask Andreas about why he joined the meeting, but it was too late. Next time I do this first. I don't know Andreas, so maybe someone knows who was Andreas? No. Okay.
I'm not sure. Without the last name, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Last time I'm asking. Doesn't seem to be the case. Then we are done for today. Enjoy the evening today. See you next time. And yeah, take care.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.